Hello everyone, Professor Arnelene Torres here for the Marketing Basics. So I'm giving this video lecture to guide you or to assist you in the preparation of your marketing plan. This is also something that will give you an idea on how you will start, where you will start, and maybe answer what kind of project you would like to adopt for the midterm and the final examination credit. So I'd like to give you first what will be the content of this marketing basics. So this marketing basics video lecture will cover the basic things about marketing. Why is it essential? I'll tell you some stories of people or of businesses, small businesses especially, not interested to come up with a marketing plan, and also a few, I would say, wisdom from business organization scholars about the importance of coming up with a plan for every business. Then I will proceed to talk about the rationale for a marketing plan. I will also give you the definition of marketing plan. I will briefly cover the 4 P's of marketing and also how to do it, the step by step procedure of doing your marketing plan. Although I would say it's a step by step thing, but there are some students who want to start from the middle or probably at the last part and then moving forward. Then it's up to you. I mean, this is something that you can alter, that you can just simply use as a guide. And in closing, I will give you the components of a marketing plan, okay, and probably help you maybe imagine or design in mind what you would like to cover, what product would you like to adopt, or maybe a service, or maybe a communication strategy. I don't know what you're interested about, but as much as possible, I would like to, give you something that will help you narrow down your choices and maybe help you to be more specific with your plan. Okay? So let me start with the introduction. So in marketing, marketing has many meanings. There are also so many definitions, and but simply the concept is one. The concept is, if we're talking about a marketing oriented philosophy, is to serve or to provide the needs and wants of the customers, as the highlight of our lecture about the outside in strategy. Okay, and also for you to be successful in doing your marketing plan and in growing your business, it is necessary to have some techniques of marketing, and maybe we can relate these techniques to how do you do the mix of your marketing, the use of the 4 P's, or people would say 6 P's, or others would have 7, regardless of how many P's you would like to plan for. It doesn't matter. I mean, what matters is your plan complements what you would like to happen in your business. And also, because we're selling marketing, we're talking about marketing, we would like to look at the importance of doing this thing. Why do we have to come up with a marketing plan? Or, of course, from the plan, why do we want to strategize? Okay? So, we can say that generally, marketing is an essential part of every business. Can you think of a business that doesn't have any marketing activity? Can you think? I'm just trying to, you know, um, give you a few moments of quiet time to think. Did you see any business that doesn't have any marketing activity? I think you will agree with me that if I say that there's no business that doesn't have any marketing strategy, I mean, if you're just on a day-to-day business of selling, like maybe in the market, you do still have strategies. Like, what if you are just in one corner of the market and nobody goes to your place? So, if you will think that I think I have to reposition myself so that customers can see me, that thinking of repositioning is already planning. And once you reposition, the act of repositioning your placement in the market is already a strategy. Okay? So, marketing is an essential part of every business. So, it's the central activity. It's a central activity of every business, and it serves the essential function of transforming production activities into financial performance. Like you produce something, now for that something, for that product to reach its target market, it has to be what? It has to be communicated, it has to be brought, it has to be delivered, it has to reach its target market. Or if you're thinking about service, it's the same thing also. Whether it's a product or a service, you want to convert it into a financial performance. Meaning, the very reason why you engage yourself in a business is you want to make money. Nobody will be entering a business and would say, I am not interested in profit. Nobody will say that because whenever you do something in mind, what you want to happen is to equate that activity with a financial performance. And that is the very reason why also you are trying to, what are you doing right now? You're trying to invest in yourself so that in the near future, you will be able to give yourself more value. Okay, so you want to transform what you're doing now into a financial performance. Now, if we will go back to the business would like to do that essential function of marketing for the first reason, survival of the enterprise. You can see that a lot of businesses surrounding the campus are usually businesses that come and go. You can also count in your fingers the businesses that stays longer, right? So survival is number one. But you don't enter into a business with the main reason of only surviving. The survival is just the basic thing. More than survival, what you would like to achieve is profit, okay? Not just to cover up for the expenses, for the wages and salaries, for the utilities, for the rental, but you want to make a profit, okay? So that's the very objective. That's the main objective of why you are in the business. So with that objective, marketing is crucial for any type of business. Okay? Any type. Whether be it an academy, whether be it a tourism activity, or logistics, or a product development, marketing is crucial. But in spite of its importance, many small-scale organizations do not have marketing plan. Okay, I just would like to cover the small scale organizations because as we see, the big companies like Apple, like Tesco, like HomePlus, like eMart, they have already established their marketing activities. They have already, I would say, a yearly maybe, short-term plan, a long-term plan on how to keep their business. However, many small-scale organizations do not have marketing plan. So what they do is instead of producing what consumers or prospective customers need, they continue to produce what they can sell. So the strategy is the other strategy that we are talking about. It's not from the outside in, but it's from the inside out. Okay? So some business operators claim that they do not have time to develop a marketing plan. while others claim that it is unnecessary. And due to short sightedness, some businesses eke out on a meager existence, witnessing their profit margins to evaporate as they continue to be the price takers instead of price makers. So, if a business would like to survive, okay, what they usually do as a strategy is to redo the pricing. And redoing the pricing, or I would say recomputing the pricing, is already a strategy. So maybe they will give 10% off, then they waited, it's not working, they'll they'll come up with a bigger discount, which is 20, still it's not working, they'll go to 50, and no customer still, until, okay, there's nothing more to gain but just to probably survive and make a break-even point, right? So from that simply giving discounts, that leads to closing. That leads to probably disappearing in the market. And if you have just started your business, and if your business is not even a year old, you don't want it to close. But unfortunately, that's what's happening around. Okay? And so, a lot of organization scholars or management scholars would say, if you don't plan, you plan because if you don't plan, it's because you plan to fail. And so, whether your business is large or small, developing a marketing plan will be beneficial. So that's the importance of having a marketing plan. That's the importance of knowing what is marketing. So, while preparing such a plan may not require an extensive amount of time and resources, the benefits greatly outweigh the cost. So, meaning, of course, we need to spend time planning, and sometimes if we, the business operator, cannot do the planning because we don't have enough knowledge to do the planning, we would usually hire a professional to do it for us. And the apprehension comes in when they think that, oh, I will be spending money for marketing and I think it's not worth it. Don't think it that way. If you want to survive in a business, you have to invest on a good marketing plan so that this professional can strategize for your business. Okay? So moving on to the next, let's look into the rationale for a marketing plan. Okay, so what's the rationale? The rationale is, what are the reasons? Why do you have to have a marketing plan? First, a marketing plan helps you to reach your target audience. If you don't have a plan, for sure you're lost. You're lost about the image of your target audience. You don't know who are the people that will be buying your product, who are the people who are interested to avail of your product. So the reason why you don't know, why you cannot reach to your target market, it's because you don't have a plan. Okay? So a marketing plan can help you reach your target audience. It also helps you boost your customer base. What is boosting a customer base? Sometimes you're targeting only young people, or maybe you're targeting just the students, okay, university students, to be specific. And then you found out, and then while observing how your business operates, you can see that who comes to maybe your restaurant, or who comes to your place, are not only university students who are your target audience. And then you realize that there are families, as young families that are coming here. So that will give you an idea, okay? I'm not only catering to university students, but I'm also being preferred by young families. And so from there, you can again, come up with a plan to accommodate this new customer base. Okay? Now, the third is increases your bottom line. Okay, why it's not appearing? Increases your bottom line. What does it say, or what is increases your bottom line mean? Increases your bottom line means sometimes you are just limited to one product. Like you have started offering maybe sandwiches. Okay, so you've seen that, okay, people would usually look for something to drink when they buy your sandwich. And so you realize that people will be more happy, people will be more full, okay, or they will have a feeling of completeness when, aside from eating sandwich that they buy from your place, if they can have something to drink. Or maybe you've seen that, okay, you're only selling sandwich and you say, I don't want to invest in drinks because I don't think a lot of people would like to drink something. But you see that after, after these customers go to your place to get their order, or to probably have your sandwich, they would go to a near convenience store maybe, or to a near coffee shop and consume something. So that can be an opportunity, that can be something that you can see as a strategy to increase your bottom line, meaning you can expand your business, you can diversify. Okay, so it also assists you with obtaining finance. So if you have a marketing plan, that marketing plan can be presented to a bank so that you can, request for a loan, for an assistance to expand your business. Sometimes your business has a lot of potential to grow, but the problem that you have is you don't know where will your investment come from. And having a written marketing plan will help you solve your problem. Okay, next, a marketing plan helps you set clear, realistic, measurable objectives. We always say in management that when you set your goal, it is always to be a SMART goal. What is a SMART goal? A SMART goal is something that is specific, something that is measurable, something that is achievable, something that is realistic, and it is something that is time bound. So meaning you're making it, concrete. So you don't only have the qualitative objective, like I would like to, grow my business. But instead, aside from growing, you're more specific in saying that for how long, how much profit can you consider a growth? Or maybe will a growth be equivalent to the number of new branches that you will be setting up? Okay, so that marketing plan will give you the details. And last but not the least, we can say that a marketing plan can help you focus your total marketing efforts. This is another scenario. A lot of businesses are putting big effort. They're actually investing so much on their marketing activities, and I would say that that is very visible in promoting a destination. Like, no offense meant, but if you will see Daegu tourism office has a lot of marketing activities, a lot of marketing materials. They're very aggressive in their campaign to let people know about Daegu. They have a lot of, contests, a lot of things that they ask people to do. So, in other words, they're making a noise out of Daegu. But the question is that marketing effort really the marketing effort that you have to focus on? So, where should you direct your marketing effort? Should it be directed to the local people? Or should it be directed to the local people with the idea of them being the middle person to invite their family to see Daegu? Or should it be a marketing plan that is focused on people who haven't seen the place yet? Okay? So, in other words, there are so many reasons why you have to have the marketing plan. These are the reasons behind. If you're not convinced yet, okay, why do you need marketing? These are some of the reasons why you need to have a marketing plan. Okay, so moving on, let's look at the definitions of a marketing plan. We already know the definition of marketing, but let's make it more specific about the marketing plan. Marketing is defined differently by different people. Like if I ask you one by one, you will give me a definition of marketing, and each of you will have your own definition. It's not important that we have a memorized definition of marketing. At this point, what is important is we know why do we have to have a marketing plan. And so the perspective about marketing activity differs from different people. So for marketers, marketers are often defined as those who sell and advertise. Okay? So usually when you see a hiring, you will see that, okay, we are in need of marketers. So the job entails to sell and to advertise a product. But that's basically not the not the meaning of marketing. Marketing encompasses more than just those activities. Okay? I'd like to emphasize this. Marketing encompasses more than just those activities. Selling only or closing the deal won't ensure you develop long-term customers because maybe you've closed the deal, but that customer does not think of having a repeat business with you. Okay? So it's not it can be a sale, but it doesn't mean that it will be long term. Okay? So that's just selling. Making a profit by satisfying the needs and wants of your customers is the key to marketing. Again, we are emphasizing here the outside in strategy. The outside in strategy, satisfying the needs and wants, or finding out what they need and want. And that's the key of marketing. So basically, marketing involves attracting and retaining customers. So when there's a lot of saying about marketing, people say that it's easier to keep a customer than to gain one. So that's why they say that you have to invest on activities that will keep your customers loyal instead of gaining new customers. So customers are attracted to your company when you promise and deliver better value than your competitors, right? Even you. Sometimes you develop your loyalty not because of the company name, but you develop a loyalty because that company product, that product that you have bought from a company has delivered what you have expected. Okay, it's not about the company, but it's about the value that you get from their product. Like, for example, my husband is teasing me because I'm a fan of all Apple products. I am not a fan of the Apple company, but it just so happened that I like the value of the products that I'm using. Like I'm using the Apple Watch, my smartphones are also Apple, my laptop and my personal computer at home is also the same thing. Why? Because I am satisfied with what I get from the product. I can sync all my documents. I don't get any virus. It's protected, and for me, it's very reliable. And so that loyalty to the company is not there, but the loyalty to the product because you get the value that you want, you get the value that you expect. Okay? So, and that is what a company wants, that your customers develop the loyalty. You don't command it, but the value of your product makes them loyal. Okay? So, maintaining customer satisfaction is the key to retain them. Remember, I am happy with what I'm getting as the value. And so because I'm happy, whenever I need something related to technology, I'm always looking at the product of what I prefer. Okay? So marketing is about creating value. That's what we're talking about in the 2 weeks ago's topic about the value. So marketing is about creating value for your customers while extracting the value from them. What is the meaning of extracting the value from them? You cannot develop something without getting feedback, without asking them what do they think about, right? Remember the different stories that we have looked into when I gave you the lecture 2 weeks ago. So, if you engage your customers, if you ask them what do they need and how you can help them supply their needs, then that is actually a way of creating value for your customers and extracting value from them. Okay? So, how do you create value for and extract value from customers? Without getting theoretical, it involves creating the best mix of what is known as the 4Ps so that the customer realizes the highest level of benefits per cost. We have a formula for this. Value equals benefits over cost. So that's how we usually compute for the value. And the 4Ps include, okay, let's see, product or service. So product or service means having something to offer that your customer or potential customers need. Okay? So right now in this pandemic stage, what do customers need? You said mask, you said maybe multivitamins, and you said that you want them to be safe, and so therefore there's a lot of logistics companies that serves their needs of not going to a public space like a supermarket and instead doing the shopping for them. Okay, so that's just during the pandemic. But what about their other needs? You have to do your research. You have to not just ask around, not just to browse the internet, but really feel, okay? And the best way to feel is if you will position yourself in the shoe of the customer. We already mentioned this strategy that if you want to see from the outside in, you position yourself as the customer. As the customer, what do you need? Okay, what do you need? So, is it a product? Like, is it a face mask? Is it a face shield? Is it something that, will keep them safe? Like maybe, what do you use for your hand? Like a sanitizer or an alcohol? And when it comes to service, will it be a home delivery that will make them see the value of what you're offering? So that's about product. And now, if you're thinking about your product, think about that way. Do not just concentrate on the current situation that we have at the moment, because I would say that this is something that is permanent. Maybe you can look in your home country. You can probably look around in where you are right now and check what are the needs. Okay, what are the needs of people? Okay, so that's product and service. The second P is the price. So price is charging a price that is in line with the value customers place on your offering. Pricing has a lot of strategies also. In pricing a product, there are so many approaches. You can price a product based on the product value or based on the product cost, like when you assemble the product, and if you price the parts individually and then the production cost and then the markup, that's one pricing strategy. Another strategy would be competitive pricing, like you don't care about the price of the individual parts But what you would like to look into is how much your competitors are pricing their product. Or it can be relative. Or some strategy would be if you want to create a higher value or an excellent service or a superior performance, that you price your product with a high price, because people's mentality is if your product is expensive, they get more value from it. And so that's another strategy. Okay, so price. Another is promotion. Promotion is letting customers know what you have to offer and what is special about it. That's why when one student came to me and she asked me and she informed me of the project that she would like to develop, I asked her, okay, so what do you have to offer? Not yes, and in connection to that, I told her that it is very important that you know your product well. Because if you know your product well, you know also how to talk about the features of your product. You know what value your product can offer. And so you cannot come up with a promotion strategy unless you know the strengths and maybe the weakness of your product. And another P, because I just would like to cover 4 P's, is the place or the distribution. So it's getting your product or service to customers at a time and in a form that is most beneficial to the customer or to the customers. Like, as I've said, nowadays, a lot of companies like Home Plus and I think Costco, they are offering a delivery a delivery service, meaning that you just have to go to their website, yeah, their website, do your grocery shopping, do your online shopping in there, and after shopping, put it on your cart, pay for it, and then they're gonna deliver it for you. You need not to go to the physical store to do the shopping. So that's a distribution. Or maybe like now 11th Street merged with Amazon, because we know that Amazon is a global company that sells products and services and that they have a very logistics. However, if you are here in Korea and if you would like to purchase a product from Amazon online or Amazon website, I mean, it's easy to purchase, but one big issue is how will the product come to Korea? Because sometimes if you buy something expensive, they're gonna charge you. They will impose a merchandise tax to something that you will buy within the given allowance for it's considered importing an item. Okay, so to cut that long story short, what Amazon did to penetrate Korean market, or I don't know if it's Amazon who initiated it or it's 11th Street who initiated it, but the ending of the story is these these two companies merged in order for them to satisfy more customers. The other one is logistics, and also they have the no, not logistics, but it's an online store, but they also do the delivery. Okay, so that's why it's important that you know how you will play the piece here. So are we clear about this one? Then if not, we can also talk about the 4 P's when we meet online. Okay, so what is a marketing plan? Okay, a marketing plan is a set of orderly actions, or remember the word orderly actions, aimed at achieving specific objectives within a given time frame. So what are the keywords there? Orderly actions, set orderly actions, what for? Achieving specific goals, okay, within a given time frame. And when we talk about time frame, there are two time frames that we usually use in business planning. Okay? The first is short-term goal, and the other one is a long-term goal. Usually, when we say a short-term goal, so that's your time frame, that's a plan that is workable or that is implemented within 3 to 5 years time. For some business organization, they don't use up to 5. For them, usually short term would be sometimes 1 to 3 years, or sometimes short term would be 1 year. Now, the short term does not have any specific. Generally, management books would say short term is 3 to 5, and then long term would be 6 to 10, or maybe more than 10, but it doesn't matter. What matters is what is the time frame set by the company, and what are the indicators of their success. Okay? So, for you to do the marketing plan, the first thing that you have to do is you have to have a set of objectives when creating your plan. Now, when you create your plan, and if you look at the 4 P's of marketing, okay, you have to ask yourself, is my marketing plan directed towards products or service? Or is my marketing plan directed towards pricing? Is my marketing plan directed towards promotion? Or towards distribution? Or is it all? Okay? Now, my advice for you, since you are not so very, how do I say that, familiar with market planning, is if you cannot cover all the 4 P's, and maybe for some people, they will be covering 6 P's or 7 P's, you can just concentrate on maybe 1 or 2 P's. Okay? So I can negotiate that one. I mean, you can negotiate 1 or 2 as long as you give me a very detailed marketing plan for at least 2 P's. Now, if you want to challenge yourself, you may want to come up with the 4 P's. Okay? And if you want to say that, Professor, I'm doing something related to tourism and hospitality, so therefore I'm using the 6 P's of marketing, okay, use it. And you want to focus your marketing plan using the 6 P's, that's also fine with me. What is important is, the rigor that you will use in developing your marketing plan. You follow me? Okay. So now, if you're just a beginner, you don't have any business management experience, you don't have any exposure to any business organization, then you can just focus on one. Because product planning and marketing is already a little bit difficult, especially if you will be looking at your market base, if you will be studying the market. So, I don't know with you. It's just that what I'm saying is a marketing plan is a set of orderly actions at achieving a specific objective. So the heart of your plan, or the draft of your plan, should be identifying first what are the objectives. Why are you doing what you're doing? That's important to me. I have to know what are you doing and why are you doing it. Okay? So first, you must have a set of objectives when creating a plan. Second, you should specify a time frame. Okay? Usually a calendar year within which to achieve your set of objectives. As I've said, define your time frame. Is it something that you consider short term, or is it something that you consider long term? And when you say long term, you give me a year, like by 2022, okay? Or by the fourth quarter of 2021. So you have to be practice, or you have to be used to defining objectives with specific time frame. Okay? Are you with me? Okay. So thus, a marketing plan is a strategic document outlining the actions or the steps that you propose to take to accomplish your marketing objectives. Without the right marketing objectives, you will be lost in your strategies because your strategies basis are your marketing objectives. Remember, if you have an objective, you have to have the specifics. You have to have the strategies on how you can achieve your goal. Okay, let's give an example on a personal level. Okay, say for example, I would like to become a marketing professional. I would like to establish my name. I'd like to establish a career as a marketing professional. And so, if you want to see yourself and to realize yourself as a marketing professional, when will that be? Will you start now? Will you start after you finish your MBA? Will you start after you have completed your PhD? So when? Okay? Now, that is your general goal, to be a marketing professional. Now, to make it specific, how will you achieve that general goal? Okay? First, you have to have the knowledge. Second, you have to have the skills. Third, you have to have the experience. And so therefore, to combine the two is easy. The knowledge and the skills, okay, you can say that, oh, I have completed my GMBA, and so I'm very familiar. I have a very good knowledge about marketing, and at the same time I have developed my skills by working on marketing plan projects and by coming up with small marketing plans. But the experience is something that you have to justify if you would like to become a marketing executive. Okay, so experience can only be equate. Okay, professional experience can only be equate with your affiliation to a business organization or to work in a company in the marketing department or in a company that markets their products and services for marketing. Okay, so those are the ways. Now, given that you don't have the experience, because of course, as we've said, in the graduate school you can defend that you have the knowledge and you have the skills because you have done a lot of projects and you have acquired the knowledge, but the experience is something that you have to really you have to really have. Okay, oh, you can say, oh, teacher, professor, it's easy, I can just write that I have the experience. I can ask permission from a company to use your name and ask them. No, don't do that. Number one thing when you do marketing and when you are in business is, remember, the ethics should be practiced. Okay, the ethics should be practiced. And in marketing, whenever you do it, the ethical rule, number one ethical rule that should be followed is truth in advertising. Now, if you will shortcut or if you will just cover up your experience by conniving with a company, I don't think that's a very good idea. Okay? So in short, the strategies now would be maybe to, of course, do more projects in relation to coming up with marketing strategies, or further your studies into PhD, like to have a PhD in marketing, and of course to get a job or to have, you know, to really prove yourself by working in a marketing company. So those that goal of becoming a marketing executive, okay, or a marketing executive can only be accomplished based on the specific goals. First is to complete your degree, second would be to have the experience. Now, how will you strategize? Strategies now means, will you be working hard? Will you be really focusing on or specializing in marketing while you study? And the experience is, okay, no company would want to accept me or take me because we're undergoing an economic crisis. So, what about coming up with your own company and offer your products and services? That can be a strategy. So strategies are concrete action plans that has a time frame, like how long will you be working in a company to gain the experience? How long will you be completing your degree to gain the experience? Okay? So the how long is now the measure of the specific actions. The specific actions or the steps in order for you to accomplish your objective of becoming a marketing executive. You follow? Okay. So, an effective marketing plan helps maximize profits for your business. It also helps define the product and the service offering, identify your competitors, your customers, outline a strategy for attracting and retaining customers, and anticipate market changes. So, that should be the scope of your marketing plan. Although the actual document is important, the preparation process is also essential. Developing a marketing plan will help you spend time, energy, and resources as efficiently as possible. Okay? That's why I'm saying that, it doesn't matter how big your project is or how small your project is. But what I'm after in the development of this project is for you to undergo the process. I'm not expecting something perfect here. I'm expecting that you develop your skills, that you gain your knowledge. Okay? So if your choice is to just comply with my requirement because you want to get a good grade for this class, that's your choice. If you want to really challenge yourself, show your rigor in developing the marketing plan, that's also your choice. Remember, your choice makes who you are. So, I guess that's it for the first part. We will continue this lecture in the next video lecture that you will watch. You can take a break now. Thank you.